everyone. It's a frosty but sunny morning here in Eastern Wyoming as I'm recording this, but I am a happy camper today because I have fresh brewed coffee. Thanks to my son this weekend helping me out with getting a cabinet built for the van. The kitchen cabinet's working great for me. My son actually built that for me Friday night. I was over there on Friday helping him with some fencing work in the yard. After we finished with the fencing, he mentioned that he had plenty of scraps that he could actually build that cabinet I wanted to do, without having to spend any money on it. So that's what we did, and well, I say we, he actually did almost all the work. So we got that done. It took a couple hours Friday night. It's I'll probably put some paint on it or something eventually because it's got a couple different colors of wood on it right now, but it worked out really well, and it's custom built to the exact size of the spot I had to work with in the van, so that's fantastic. It was something I really needed to get done. I'd been cooking either on the floor or just on a tote I'd pull out, and it just wasn't very convenient. It was such a hassle that I often did not cook and ended up spending too much money on food, so I'm really happy to have that done. First time I used it this morning to make coffee. I was busy all day yesterday, so it's Easter. I'm going over to see the kids a little later this afternoon, and then tomorrow morning I'm planning on getting out of Gillette for a while. I've been stuck here waiting for weather to improve a bit, and I've identified a couple of spots that hopefully are going to be promising. At least one in particular is promising, over around the South Dakota state line. Do some camping for a bit and get out in nature. Meanwhile, I hang out here at the park. I hang out a lot during the day. I did a video on a few recently. Actually, I saw some new wildlife in this last week, which was cool. Had a beaver swimming around the lake at one point. He was too fast for me to get a good picture, but it was cool to see it. And then had a little rabbit hopped up next to the van and sat there munching on some vegetation for a number of minutes. That was really cool. He was real close. And then we had a day. The weather's been a little interesting. We had about a week ago, Sunday or Monday last week, we had a winter storm come through. They had a winter storm warning for up to 6 inches of snow, which fortunately did not materialize, but we did get a couple inches of icy, slushy mess. So that lasted a day or two, and it was gone. Then middle of the week here, we had a day that was in the 70s, which is the warmest I've seen here yet, but we had 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So that kind of kept me hunkered down for most of the day. I got out for a couple short walks, but it kind of slowed me down a bit. And otherwise, as far as urban stealth camping, I usually do a couple nights a week at one of my kids' house, and then a couple nights at like a motel parking lot or someplace like that where I can park discreetly, and then a couple nights at Walmart. Walmart is not my favorite. It's kind of like the thing that works, but it's not great. It's noisy, it's too bright, but the bright sometimes is handy actually, and sometimes I do it on purpose for that reason when I have I need to be doing something on the computer or in the evening, because with the bright lights it makes it less obvious that there's electronic devices going in the van, but otherwise it's just too noisy, and so I was there last night, and it's just every time I stay there, it's like, this is too noisy, I'm not staying here again. But the problem is a lot of the other places I can park discreetly around the city are also right off a main road, so they're still not all that quiet. So, but, I'll head out tomorrow and go get some peace and quiet. That'll do me a world of good. So, thanks for watching this update, and I'll have more information on the cabinet and the stove in an upcoming video as I do a little more cooking on it. And I'll also have some updates for you on where I go camping and how that works out. But then again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.